Hey everybody, Playtendoguy here, and I'm back with another video. It's the start of January. Wait, what? It's the start of December, so you know what that means. It's a whole new month, so what better thing to do is to celebrate the new month is by going through all the pickups I've had in the month of November. November's been a very strange month for me. I haven't really been doing many pickup videos, and I haven't done a Blu-ray hunt in quite a while. Hopefully I'll be have more confidence to bring some more Blu-ray hunts in the coming weeks. But as it is, I thought it'd be a great time to go through all the pickups I've had in the month of November. I've got a few games, a few Blu-rays, a few DVDs. I have actually got some of the Arrow stuff that I have showed off in my Arrow video collection that I did buy in the month of November. But anyway, that's more than enough waffling. Let's get into it. Right then, November, pretty big month. I haven't got many new releases, bar one, should I say, but I have picked up quite a bit, nevertheless. So first, let's dive into the games, and first up is Star Wars Racer and Commander Double Pack. Yeah, the Star Wars, the old Nintendo 64, the PlayStation 2 and Xbox Star Wars games have been doing the rounds quite recently on digital storefronts, but they finally decided to release them physically. So I thought, you know what, let's get this one. They do another one, which I haven't got yet, which I'll probably get in the next sale. But this one contains Star Wars Racer, which is, as you can guess, a racing game, and Star Wars Republic Commando, which is sort of like a first-person shooter experience with a bit of strategy involved. It's a good game. Both of them are very good games, and this only cost me like 17 quid from eBay with a voucher. Next up is a game that I picked up very recently, like at the weekend, and that is Hotline Miami. This one contains Hotline Miami and Hotline Miami 2. These are like top-down action games, very inspired by like the 80s over-the-top films. I honestly only played about an hour of the first game and really enjoyed it. Definitely got a need to play it some more. This one actually does come with an art book, which is pretty cool. Look, yeah, you do get quite a few like pictures in this, which is cool. Again, this one only cost me about 20 quid, I should think, or 17 quid with a voucher from Argos. So yeah, very happy to have that in the collection. Always wanted to play them games. Next up, we have a PlayStation 4 game, and this is a remaster. This one come out in October, I think, but I have picked it up and I'm very happy to have it in the collection. It's been on Xbox for like years, for like a decade now, but it's finally come to PlayStation, and that is Alan Wake Remastered. This looks like it's heavily inspired by like Twin Peaks. It's like about a troubled author who goes to this sleepy town with his wife, and his wife basically goes missing and he has to find her. It's like a very psychological sort of horror game, and I'm really looking forward to playing it. I've only played like the first hour of it, but I've had a good time nevertheless. I'm playing on the PS4 Pro, and surprisingly the PS4 version on the Pro, should I say, is running at 60 FPS, which is good. Let's move on to some more Blu-rays, and we have the big new, well, one of the biggest new releases of last month, and that's the Suicide Squad. Watched this when it's come out and really enjoyed it. James Gunn did a great job here bringing the Suicide Squad properly to the big screen. I honestly didn't mind the other one. I thought it was a decent time. Definitely not what it should have been, but I had fun with it nevertheless. But this one is a whole different ball game. The cast here is fantastic. Idris Elba, John Cena, Sylvester Stallone is King Shark. But easily, my favourite character here is like Ratcatcher. Really fantastic character here. We even have Peter Capaldi here. Very good film. Surprisingly very violent and bloody compared to the original one. But nevertheless, one of the best superhero films of the year for me. Another fairly recent one is a re-release of an older film. Never seen it before, but again, another one to add to the watch list, and that is Scream. Yeah, really looking forward to watching this, even though I know the ending, which has been spoiled for me, but I'm looking forward to watching it nevertheless. There's Scream 5 coming out, I think, next month in January, and I did watch the trailer for that, and that does look really good. I can remember the opening to this. I watched the opening of this years ago when I was a kid, but I never actually saw the full film, so I am definitely looking forward to watching this one and seeing what all the fuss is about. We'll move on. Let's move on to the Arrow stuff now, and as we all know, like last month, late October, there was hordes of stuff on Arrow still on offer. Even in HMV, it was running for a few extra weeks, so I stocked up quite a lot. I did have a few last month, but I picked up even more this month, or this previous month. And first up, we have Clive Barker's Nightbreed. I watched this on the Horror Channel a few months ago. Really enjoyed it. Thought it was fantastic. This one actually comes with two cuts of the film, like the TV cut and the director's cut. The director's cut's got like 20 minutes extra new footage in, so I'm looking forward to watching that one. This one actually comes with a slew of special features, so I'm very excited to rewatch this one and watch the director's cut. Apparently there's a third cut which is very hard to get, so maybe I could find that in the future. I don't know. But moving on, we have Bob Hoskins in Mona Lisa. I recently rewatched Long Good Friday. Absolutely loved it. And this film seemed to be very much of the same ilk. Basically, he's a underling to like a big mob boss played by Michael Caine, and he chauffeurs this prostitute around, played by Kathy Tyson, and they eventually like form a relationship. He helps her out, all that sort of stuff, and the movie takes some pretty decent turns. I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard a lot of positive things about it, and I really cannot wait to watch it. It's got a great cast. Next up is a film I have watched, and that is Climax. Yes, and you know what? I actually really quite enjoyed it. It's an definitely an interesting film to watch. Basically, it's a load of dancers. It's basically about all these dancers having a rehearsal for this big new dance project, whatever. And afterwards, they basically have a party. Somebody poisons the punch bowl, and basically all shit goes down. Secrets are revealed. Various other things come out, and there's like hordes of arguments, and eventually it gets very bloody, and the bodies soon pile up. It's a very good film. I very enjoyed it. It's something a little bit different on the Arrow Video label, and definitely well worth checking out. As last month I picked up Dario Argento's Phenomena as well as Tenebrae, I thought I'd pick up his other big release that is on the Arrow label that recently got 4K release, and that is Deep Red. Don't really know much about it, just heard loads of people really like this. This is like just over 2 hours, but I heard that there's a shorter cut which is apparently the better version of the film. But nevertheless, I am really looking forward to watching this one. I did watch the trailer for it. It certainly looks unique, so I can't wait to watch it. And also, fantastic artwork. Next up is a Stephen King film that I haven't seen. I have seen the remake, and I wasn't really that keen on it, but it is Brian De Palma's Carrie. Also starring John Travolta, which I never knew. Yeah, really looking forward to watching this one. I wasn't keen on the sequel, should I say, with Chloe Grace Moretz, but this one's supposed to be really good. It's a shame I didn't get the slipcover version, but hey, for $7.99, I'm very happy with this. And also, it comes with like hordes of special features. Next up is another Arrow. Literally, I think there's about 10 more Arrows. This one is a remake of a 1950s classic. I think I have seen the 50s one years ago, but this one's the 70s with Donald Sutherland, Leonard Nimoy, and Jeff Goldblum, and that's Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Very happy to have this in the collection. I think this literally only cost me like £5 or £6 from Amazon because I had a couple of vouchers to use because I used it in a big bundle of stuff. Yeah, so very excited to watch this one. Still sealed, but again, comes with loads of special features, which is great. Sorry if my voice is sounded a bit crap. It's because I've got like this like sort of chest cold and this like effect in my throat. But anyway, moving on, we have a film starring Winona Ryder and Christian Slater. Did recently watch True Romance with Christian Slater and thought he was fantastic in it. So I'm very excited to watch this one, and that is Heathers. Yeah, it seems to be sort of a black comedy about this girl and these sort of like head girls who think they're always better than everybody else. Winona Ryder character gets in with Christian Slater, and basically they off them one by one. It sounds really good, quite a sort of dark comedy. I've heard a lot of positive things about it, so I really can't wait to watch this one. Next up is a Terry Gilliam film with Bruce Willis and Brad Pitt, and that is 12 Monkeys. And again, you do not pick these up from the zoo, you pick them up from H&B. I've heard a lot of positive things about this one. I think it basically sees Bruce Willis's character going back to the past to prevent like a virus releasing in, I think, 1996. So yeah, quite apt. Really looking forward to watching it. Should be a good time. Next up is a film I don't really know much about. I just thought the front cover looked really good, and I did watch the trailer and it did intrigue me, and that's something called Black Rainbow. Basically, it goes following these sort of clairvoyants, traveling clairvoyants, who basically sense like a murder and said that this guy has died, but he hasn't, and then like in 24 hours he dies, so then they go hunting for who murdered him. Looks like a really good film. Apparently this was actually trapped on VHS for years, so it's finally got the Arrow treatment. You can't actually get it on DVD, so that's quite cool. The artwork literally looks stellar, and I really cannot wait to watch this. Looks really good. I think this is from the director of Get Carter and Flash Gordon, which is pretty good, and I've literally just dropped something on the floor, so that's really good. So yeah, that's Black Rainbow. Next up is a political thriller that I have not seen before, but I'm really looking forward to watching this one. It stars Edward Fox, and that is The Day of the Jackal. I've heard a lot of positive things about this one, but I don't really know much about it, so I'm looking forward to going this one not knowing much at all. Should be a great time. A decent selection of bonus features, and also some fantastic artwork. I recently watched the first Exorcist film in November and actually really enjoyed it, so I decided to pick up this entry, the third one. I heard the second one isn't very good, but this one's supposed to be a unique take on it, a sort of detective drama with supernatural elements. So yeah, this one includes like 2 disc set, and it includes the Legion director's cut as well as the theatrical cut. One's 105 minutes, one's 110 minutes. It does actually come with loads of special features. It's a shame I couldn't get it with slipcover, but I'm not that bothered. Next up is an absolute British comedy classic, brought to you by Handmade Films, a really great company, and this is Whitnell and I. I have seen this film years ago and absolutely loved it. It's got Richard E. Grant in, Paul McGann, the Eighth Doctor, and also Richard Griffiths. It is just a load of fun from beginning to end. Loads of like quotable. It's such a lot of fun. It's such a quotable film. It's basically set in the 60s and follows these like wannabe actors as they go for a trip away to meet one of their uncles, and it is a good time. I don't really want to spoil it, but it's definitely well worth picking up if you've never seen it before. I definitely cannot wait to rewatch this. Next up is a film I have got no idea what to expect. It's a fairly recent one, and that is The Deeper You Dig. This one basically follows 3 people, a woman and a daughter, and this bloke. This bloke murders this daughter, and she like sort of overtakes his mind and sort of basically she sort of haunts him inside his body, basically just overtaking him and haunts him all the time until he sort of confesses. Don't really know much, but I've heard it's actually a pretty decent film. Very happy to actually get it with a slipcover. It also comes with a booklet and poster, and it's also a 2-disc set, so it's quite a hefty package. That's what she said. It actually includes The Deeper You Dig, and it also comes with a second film called The Hatred. And the final Arrow release of the month is Christopher Walken, Lawrence Fishburne, Wesley Snipes, and Steve Buscemi in King of New York. Yeah, this is like a re-release. It also comes with like the slipcover as well as a booklet, I think. Never seen it before, but I'm a big fan of Christopher Walken. I think he's a fantastic actor, and honestly, the list of actors on this film sounds very interesting. It's a sort of gangster film, so it's well up my street. Apparently released in the 90s and is quite a hidden gem. I did pick up one film from Sainsbury's. It was a DVD that was only £2, and this one stars Daniel Day-Lewis and Winona Ryder. Picked it up for the cast alone, and that is The Crucible. Don't know really much about it, but I know Daniel Day-Lewis really has rarely ever made a bad film, so I'm looking forward to watching this one. Two pickups from Poundland. First up is a film by Martin Scorsese, Leonardo DiCaprio. Never seen it, but I heard a lot of positive things about it. And that is The Wolf of Wall Street. Really looking forward to watching this one. I heard Margot Robbie has a very interesting turn in this film, so yeah. And the final Blu-ray from Poundland is a film starring Penelope Cruz and Ben Kingsley, and that's called Elegy. It's basically like a romantic drama. Ben Kingsley is lonely, looking for love, and then finds Penelope Cruz, and they form a relationship. Looks like an interesting film. It has also got Dennis Hopper in it. So yeah, never really heard of this film before, but I got it for the cast. So for £2, I'm pretty happy with that. Basically a stack of films from One Below, and first up we have something called Natural City. I have no idea what this is about, but it's a Korean film. I did watch a trailer. It kind of looked fun. It looks like a sort of futuristic sort of noir action film, so yeah. Next up is a Christmas film. Wow, not really a Christmas film, but a Christmas collection of episodes from The Simpsons. Yeah, I do like The Simpsons. Well, when they were decent during the first, should I say, 10 series or so. The last time The Simpsons was any good was honestly probably The Simpsons movie. I had a lot of fun with that, and I think it's hugely underrated. But here we do have 4 episodes. Yeah, looking forward to watching these ones to get you in the festive spirit. It's just under 2 hours long, so for £1, it's not too bad. Next up is a film starring Donnie Yen, and I think we do have Jackie Chan in this. I don't know who the other actors are, but it's called Blade of Kings. I literally only picked it up because it had the names Jackie Chan and Donnie Yen in. I mean, Donnie Yen's always a good time, as is Jackie Chan, so if this is just like an over-the-top action film, just over 100 minutes, never heard of it before, but just because it's got Donnie Yen in, I thought I'd pick it up. I have no idea, but it had quite a nice slipcover, and I saw the words Battle Royale. And it is something called The Human Race. I have never heard of it before, but it seems to be like inspired from Battle Royale. It's probably a load of old crap, but I'll give it a go. Next up is The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I have never seen any of these, whether it's the Swedish original or this new remake. I haven't seen them before, but it's got Daniel Craig in it, so I'm looking forward to giving it a watch. I think it wasn't it was a bit of a flop in the cinemas, so we never actually got the second installment. But nevertheless, I'm looking forward to giving it a go. And I did unbox it to find out the disc. I unboxed it to find out the disc looked like that. It's very odd. I think I have been told by a few people that it's meant to look like that, and if you watch the film, you'll understand why it's like that. Next up is a film that is fairly recent. I can remember this coming out on physical and in cinemas not too long ago, and that is Mr. Jones with James Norton and Vanessa Kirby. It looks like it's something to do with like it looks like a political war film. James Norton is always a very good actor. I think he's actually in the run-in to be the next James Bond. Would he be a good fit for James Bond? It'd be alright, but I can think of other people who would be better. Nightcrawler with Jake Gyllenhaal. I think it's basically like a news reporter. It's basically like a news reporter, crime journalist who like tries to report on the latest news and crimes in his area, and he tries to rushes to be the first one there. I heard it gets quite dark in places, and I think this won like loads of awards, so I am quite looking forward to watching this one. Next one I picked up, I saw the title and I thought, oh wow, snap it up straight away. So yeah, I did, and then when I got home I didn't realise I actually picked up the wrong film, and that's Basic Instinct 2. Yeah, I've heard this one isn't very good at all. I know the original with Michael Douglas is supposed to be a stone cold classic, and they did do a recent Blu-ray remaster, which I'll probably have to pick up now. This one does star Sharon Stone in it, but we also have David Morrissey in it, which surprised me, to be fair. So yeah, that is Basic Instinct 2. Why? Next up is a film starring Brad Pitt and James Gandolfini, and that is Killing Them Softly. Don't really know much about it. Looks like an action film, but after watching the film Seven, I really am quite interested in watching some more of Brad Pitt's films. So for £1, I'm very happy to have that in the collection. You see one Liam Neeson film, you essentially see them all, but this is a sort of it's a sort of detective sort of drama, and I did have a decent time with it. I'm pretty certain Dan Stevens is in this one, and that is A Walk Among the Tombstones. Pretty good film. I did enjoy it. I'm glad to have it in the collection. These Liam Neeson films are always very much sort of what I class as these films are sort of very sort of like junk food sort of films. They're very easy to watch. You know what you're getting into them. You don't have to pay too much attention, but they're always a good time, and Liam Neeson is always a great leading man. In something called 99 Homes. Haven't heard of it before, but I picked it up for the cast. So yeah, looking forward to watching this one. I think it's sort of like a detective drama. So yeah, that's 99 Homes. So that's all my pickups for the month of November. Not a bad little stack, I have to say so myself. As you can see, my voice is nearly going, but yeah. So yeah, not a bad little stack at all. Tell me what you think in the comment section down below of my pickups for the month of November. Watch the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you could like and subscribe, that'd be totally awesome. And as always, till next time, bye.